everybody. Saturday. How good are Saturdays? I love Saturdays. For me, they are super powerful. I usually go to the farmers markets, but not today. I have pulled something in my neck and my back, and yeah, needed to sort of rest it. I've had a really, really hot shower and put it on there, trying to relax it and ease it. But yeah, it's weird. So I've stepped out of the shower about half an hour ago and started doing my morning routine. Anyway, I've just had the most craziest few weeks, and I'm just trying to figure it out and figure out how to interpret it. Anyway, if you are watching live, I would love if you can let me know. And wondering if you play around with oracle cards. I'd love to hear your experience with them. Do you have knowledge in that area? Is it something that you enjoy doing? Yeah, so love to hear if you do that. I've got my oh, it's coming up on my phone. So sometimes when I go live from my phone, it doesn't show me people's comments. Hey Lou, how are you? I do. So you do it, do you do it every day? Do you do it with the same deck of cards? How do you do it? I'd love to hear a little bit about it. So I've been using the same deck of cards for about 10 years. Absolutely love them. I'll show you them. So this is my cards. They were gifted to me a long time ago. So I use these most days. But I've had this deck by Carl Gray, which I'm sure everybody knows. I've had this deck for a year and not once used it because I'm so stuck on using the same one. Anyway, I opened it up and have pulled a card from it every day. And I just, the strangest things have been happening. So I don't want to go full vulnerable here. I'm not ready. But I've had these messages coming through, and when I am going and speaking to the person who the message was about, I'm finding that it's like exactly what's either happened to them or they've thought or they've felt or whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, what's going on here? And so, yeah, that's been really, I've been trying to process that. And it's a bit scary too. So just trying to understand it. So Lou said, Archangel Power Tarot Cards by Rayleigh Valentine. Oh yeah, do I have those? No, I don't have them. I just draw a card when I need affirmation. Yeah, so I've been doing this since I was in my 20s, so a long time, but you go on and off it. And I've had it as part of my daily morning routine during the week, not really so much on the weekends, for a very long time. But I'm very stuck with my certain cards. I got gifted a box of cards a couple of years ago, and I do use those sometimes, but I feel like you get stuck using the same ones. Anyway, I wanted to let you know that this is the card I pulled this morning from my new deck. So this is the deck that's new. So I've always used the same deck. You can see these cards are like so overused and the corners are worn down. Anyway, so I opened Carl Gray 2 weeks ago, had been sitting on my shelf for a year, finally unwrapped them, and every day the card has been related to something that's happening in my life. Which obviously they do, right? But this is today's card. Not sure if you can see that well. And I just want to read out like what it actually means. This is just so in tune with like the last 2 weeks. You've learned so much to this point and are learning more every day. You're recognizing all the great lessons your experiences and challenges have brought to you and are preparing for a transition or inner ascension where you will move beyond another level of fear and into the inner sanctum of your heart and soul. Become aware of patterns, ancient symbols and signs being sent to you from the universe. There's a sense that you are now able to focus in a new way and offer greater light to the world. And it does say meditate and connect with their light. And I'm like, what? That's exactly how I feel. What I've tapped into is that I do so much work on personal development. I spend thousands, tens of thousands of dollars on personal development. I never spend money on spiritual stuff because I'm really a head person, not so much heart, which tells me I've got to do more stuff from the heart. But what's interesting is that I have been thinking too much of fear, and I need to really step away from it. And I thought I had, but I guess what I'm always telling my clients, we always have more work to do, right? We always have more work to up-level ourselves. So I found that super powerful for myself this morning. And if anyone is on here and doesn't have cards and would like me to do a quick card pull for them, I'm happy to do that. I find that when you've got a new deck, like these ones, they're all shiny and slippery and they're so different to use. Whereas when I use my unicorn cards that I absolutely love, the Doreen Virtue ones, like they just slide around in my hands so easily and so well. So does anyone want me to pull a card or to give me a number and I can have a look through this deck? You're welcome to. And if you use cards, let me know. Hey Jess, you love using your cards. I know you are a lot more connected to your spiritual side than I am, but I am working on it. I've been doing this spiritual stuff or having this in my life for a very long time, but I think that, I don't know, I'm really feeling like what I'm learning this year is that I am not tapping into it more. And I think it's because it's fear of being judged, right? Fear of worrying that people will like judge me in a certain way, or that clients won't be attracted to me if I'm too spiritual, even though clients that work with me know that I'm not like woo-woo crazy or anything like that. I'm very, this is the way we do things and this is how we learn and grow and stuff. So Lou, could you pick a card for me? Do you want me to pull the card or yes, I can do I'll pull a card for you. Let me do a card. Think about what you're really wanting an answer to at the moment. What is it that's kind of holding you back or worrying you or keeping you up at night and making you feel a certain way? Is there anything that's bothering you? Are you feeling a bit stuck or lost? Let's have a look. You know what the other thing that's really great about these is they're making you stop and connect with yourself, right? That's what I love. Okay. This is your card. I hope you can see it. Commander Ashtar, call to action. Take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. Does this relate to you, Lou? I'll read that one out for you. Does that make sense to you? Commander Ashtar, let me find it. Here we go. Here we go. You are receiving a call to action and being asked to step up and create the changes you want to see in the world. Divine inspiration is all around you, and Ashtar and his legion of cosmic angels are standing by to offer you loving support. Know that you are being encouraged to be honest, assertive, and true in a loving way. You may feel your ego trying to hold you back, but you know that when you take the first step, the next one will soon follow. Take some time to connect with the universe by looking up at the stars, knowing that there are loving beings of light gazing back down on you. You are not alone. Aww, I love that. Does that make sense to you, Lou? How does that feel? I think that take charge, being comfortable with yourself and going forwards, they're really powerful messages to be receiving. It sounds like you have something that, you need to share, or you need to step up into your trueness. Be honest, assertive, and true in a loving way. There's a few different messages in there. You may feel your ego trying to hold you back. Wow, isn't our ego interesting? How we want to do stuff, but all those, thoughts come in there. Those, if you do this, this will happen, and what about this? And that's what I was saying about myself. I realized that even though I feel like I live without fear, that's my ego, right? My ego telling me you will be judged, or people will think that you're too woo-woo, or they won't want to work with you, you won't attract the right clients. And saying that, the clients I'm working with at the moment are honestly so beautiful. I've been saying to my husband and my very good friend, nearly every day, I have this beautiful group of women that I'm working with at the moment. And some of them are so spiritual. And maybe that's why all this is coming up. It's a sign, it's okay to share some of those things, because I guess spiritual means something different to everybody. And it's just really about us being comfortable with ourselves and connecting to parts of ourselves, and asking for support by not just people, but other ways to ask for support. Jessica, I love the spiritually connected clients. I know. It's like you've known them. It's like you've always known them. You were friends before you started working together. It's very, very precious. Does anybody else want me to do a card? But what I hopped on here for was just to say that I've had some really interesting stuff happening, and I've had a few friends that, I had this kind of message that they were thinking and feeling a certain way, and one of them was something had happened to them, and I reach out to them, and when I speak to them, I find out that I was right on the mark, and I'm just like, whoa, what is going on? And I guess that creates a bit of fear too, being scared to really tap into that, because what does that mean? And I guess a little bit of the old ego coming in as well. I don't want to change. I don't want to be different. I like myself just the way I am. But we can't grow as people if we don't want to change, because then we have that fixed mindset and we stay stuck. And we're not living in alignment with our true purpose, and we don't feel alive. And I want to be high vibration, high energy. So anyway, would love to hear how your Saturday's going, and whether you do have oracle cards as part of your life or your morning routine, and how that works for you. And if you have a beautiful oracle card deck, I'd love to hear which deck works really well for you. But yeah, sending you all love on this beautiful Saturday. I skipped the farmers markets to rest my shoulder, my back and my neck. So I'm gonna go tomorrow, because part of my morning routine is every weekend is setting up my fridge for success and health and vitality. So yeah, enjoy your Saturday. Would love to hear more about your own personal journey with it. Lou, for whatever reason, you were meant to hop on here and hear that message. And I'm really glad that I was able to share that with you. Sending you all love, and enjoy your Saturday.